everybody. Welcome to True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. I'm Christy Brower, and this is the Psychic Hour. I'm here with my sister, co host, and partner in all things psychic, Katie Weaver. Hey, Katie.
Hello.
How's it going on this chilly Thursday evening?
To hell with this weather. It's
I
going
know.
fine.
Well, good.
Fine.
I'm glad to hear that. I was very happy about the weather earlier in the week, and today has been cold as hell. But,
hmm
you know, other
Yeah.
than that, I am also fine.
Actually, something so funny happened today.
Oh, yeah?
So, and to preface this, my husband is goofy things happen to him. You know,
Yes.
they just do. He attracts them, and he's not really goofy himself, not on purpose, but things happen to him, and it kills me. So,
He's
last
very good
summer,
at being funny on accident.
hmm we have this fish truck that comes through here every so often. We call it the fancy fish truck. That's not
Oh,
what it's
right.
called, but that's what we call it. So, because it's fancy. So, the fancy
Mhm.
fish truck was in town. So, I was waiting in line to order food for us, and he was sitting in the car. And, he's just playing on TikTok, and some lady rips open the driver's door and takes a look at him and goes, "What? This isn't my car." And just turns and storms away. She didn't even have the decency to shut the door. Anyway, it was just so funny and shocking. When I got back to the car and he was so pissed about it, it just killed me. It was so funny. So fast forward to today, and we're at a mail supply store. I needed to mail out some Etsy orders, and I went inside, bought the stuff I needed, came back out to the car, and the door was locked. So he lets me in, and me being a smart ass says, "What, you think you were going to get kidnapped?" And he's like, "You are not going to believe this." He was sitting in the car and he sees this lady come out of the mail store and she's doing her clicker and you can hear it honking like a ways away.
Uh-huh.
And she marches right up to our car and the windows are really tinted. So I think people just don't realize and they're not thinking, obviously. But anyway,
Mhm.
she walks right up to the door and he looked right at her and said, "Wrong car." But she wasn't paying any attention. She rips the door open and looks Scott in the face and goes, "What? Well, this isn't my car." And she slammed the door and ran over to her car 2 times.
Oh my gosh. That is really awesome.
Well, what's even better is that we took coffee to our other sister today. Our other sister had back surgery, and so she's home. She is bored. She is sick of this shit. So
Yeah.
we're trying to, both of us give her plenty of attention and, be there. So we went
Mhm.
over today with Dutch Bros and we were visiting, and she told me a very interesting story about you.
Oh no. Did she tell you what happened to Happy's last week?
I am disgusted that I haven't heard this story yet.
You went out of town. And I don't know.
So, would you like to tell the story or should I?
Sure. I'll tell it.
Okay.
So we had all been to lunch last week downtown, and I walked out, and my aunt had driven our sister Kara, and they were parked next to my car. And I walk up there, and I realize there is a parking ticket under my windshield wiper, and I'm immediately pissed. You have to know, we used to own a store downtown. Katie and I are absolutely notorious repeat offenders for parking tickets over the
hmm
years because of that. So I'm standing there, I can't, that was just barely over 2 hours. I can't believe she got me. What bullshit. And I'm just standing there bitching. And then I go to get in the car and I realize it's not my car. It's someone else's car. And I literally was walking over to like pull the ticket off the windshield, the windshield, when I realized that car's a GMC and I drive a Nissan. Yeah, yeah. So our Aunt Sue and our sister Kara laughed their asses off. They thought it was so funny. I was so mad about the ticket. Well, guess who did not have a ticket? My actual car. So I did not have a ticket, but I was quite sure I did for a while. But
That's hilarious.
yeah, it was pretty funny. Also, I that kills me that happened to Scott twice.
Oh no. Lauren said this happened to a high school teacher who only figured it out when the person in the car took a deep breath. They actually got in the wrong car. Amy
Oh,
also opened the door and sat down and realized it wasn't her mom in the driver's seat.
oh, dude.
When my husband was in college, he's a mechanic that was by trade initially.
Uh-huh.
When he was in college, he went they would have students could bring their and faculty could bring their cars to their shop to fix them for a really good price, and that's how they would practice, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so this car was supposed to be parked in front of a certain building, and they knew what kind of car it was, and they said that the keys would just be in it, and they could come get it and fix it. So
Mm-hmm.
they did, and they'd been working on this car for like a couple of weeks. They'd had it in their shop. And when they were finally ready to give the owner the whole breakdown of here's all the things that this car needs, and they called him, the owner was sure surprised because he said they never picked his car up.
So whose car was it that was
Someone
missing
else's.
for 2 weeks?
They stole someone's car. And we're halfway through fixing it.
Oh my gosh, that is fantastic.
Yep.
Only in
Yep.
Rexburg would that have
Hmm.
gone. Uh,
Yeah. They were sure puzzled about where their car went. But anyway, that one always kills me.
Coo- Cooper's friend, I've done that to the same guy twice. As I am putting groceries in the back seat, I hear, "This isn't your car, ma'am."
Oh,
Oh, that is so awesome.
oh no. So Kevin did it
Oh,
too, got in someone's car.
yeah. Patricia, I almost sat on someone else's lap. Two exact same cars next to each other. Oh my gosh, you guys are hilarious. I feel better knowing I'm not
Oh
the only
my
one to
gosh.
do these dumb things.
Oh, the fact that Cooper's has done it to the same guy twice, that is
That's really awesome.
this is not your car, ma'am. Oh no.
It wasn't last time either.
Never really has been, so if you wouldn't mind. Oh
Oh my
no.
gosh, that is hilarious. Well, let me
Oh
take a
no.
moment.
Oriana said that her brother and mom did that once too in Rapid City, and there was someone in the car.
Oh no, that's
Oh,
hilarious.
well, apparently these things happen. Yep.
Well, they clearly do quite often.
Yeah,
Well, I
it
just
happened
want
to
to say,
Jacqueline too. Oh
oh
no.
no.
She put her groceries all in the car, then got in and
Oh,
realized it was not her car.
oh my
To be
God.
fair, she was
That
driving her daughter's car. So, you might get a half a pass, Jacqueline.
that I love that a lot.
Oh man.
Well, welcome to Cranky, Aaron, RJ, JR. You guys are in a row. That's pretty cool. Amy, Renee, number one. I know Renee number two is also here.
Mhm.
Amy, Kevin, Patricia, other Renee, Red Girl, Lauren. Let's see, Oriana, Sheila, Cooper's friend, Lauren. Um, Darcy, welcome. You said you're new here. Welcome. Nice to have you. And let's see, Jacqueline and Elizabeth. Welcome. Welcome. It's nice to have you all here. So,
Absolutely.
this is the Psychic Hour, and we usually kick it off by telling a couple of funny stories and by also asking the age old question, what did you make for dinner?
I'm making Indian food, but I haven't done it yet. But
Ah,
we'll see how these are. It's not like a kit. Well, I mean it is, but it's like the pre-made, stuff. It's chicken vindaloo and some kind of rice. Anyway, we'll see.
yummy.
We're really, really busy right now with softball stuff, and so I'm trying to really, 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 really make things easy. Yeah.
Gotcha. Me too. Welcome, Jeannie. Nice to have you here. Well, we're having a sheet pan meal. Do you know what a sheet pan meal is?
Yeah.
I love these. You put
Mhm.
chicken and vegetables, or some mix of whatever you want. Roll, tossed in some herbs and olive oil, and then you just bake it on a cookie sheet. So
Mhm.
we're having. Let's see. We've
Nice.
got lots of stuff. Oh, Jeannie loves
Mhm.
Indian food. Her favorite. Mine too.
Mhm. Me too. And this is grocery store business, so I don't know that it'll be great, but
I use some of the stuff from the grocery store, and I actually some of it's pretty good.
really, well, I will report. Yeah.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Darcy says I constantly push my unlock button, looking at what I thought was my car in my apartment parking lot. Like I can't even remember where I park. Good thing it's a small complex, right?
I read a meme the other day, or maybe it was a TikTok of a lady. It was, she said when she's feeling mean, she sits in the Walmart parking lot. And when she sees people coming out and pushing their clicker, so their car will honk, she honks her horn.
That's pretty good. That's
That
pretty good.
that would definitely muff me up. Yeah.
Yeah, it would me too. Kevin apparently has had some walking and texting mishaps. I have not had that, but I bet
Hmm.
in New York City, Kev, you have.
Hmm. We
Oh,
do,
that's funny.
however, our dear cousin Amy, who's like a little sister to us, she once in Salt Lake City wasn't paying much attention and pulled her car a little far into the crosswalk, or like way into the crosswalk, and couldn't back up because there were cars behind her, and discovered that there was a blind man walking across the street with the stick and everything. And she could see him coming, like he was going to just walk into the side of her car, and she didn't know what to do, and she panicked, and she's looking around and other cars are glaring at her, and he did in fact run into her car. And she was really humiliated and felt horrible, and she's actually an incredible person, would never intentionally hurt someone. She just learned a hard
No.
lesson that day about staying the hell out of the crosswalk.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
did.
he was
That's
fine. He just went around the front of the car like all is well, but oh, she felt like a monster.
Well, Kev says he ended up in a fountain at the park, so I'm thinking that might have been a walking texting incident. That's awesome. Amy says that her dad had a blue Sundance and there was someone else in town with the same car, and their keys worked in each other's cars. Now, when we
Ooh.
were younger, yeah, that used to be a thing.
Mhm.
She said my dad noticed when he got in and there was no clutch that it wasn't his car. So one was a standard, one was an automatic.
It
Oh
wouldn't
my
matter
goodness.
for me. It would not matter. I would still drive that mofo home. I would. I would.
You
I'd
just
get home and my husband would be like, "Since when did we have those rims?" Yeah, I can see this right now.
you just steal somebody's car. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. Well, Patricia had taco salad. Oh, Red Girl says I bought a silver van, not realizing there are so many silver vans, I lose it all the time. My SUV looks a lot like a lot of other SUVs, and it is a
Mhm.
very common color. And so, yeah, I lose it constantly. I totally hear that.
I get this. Yes.
Cranky homemade tuna casserole. Ooh, haven't had that in a long time. Our mom used to
Mhm.
make that. I love it. Amy, Stouffer's lasagna. Nice.
Mhm.
RJ, spaghetti and garlic bread. Lauren, take and bake pizza is in the oven right now. Nice.
For the win. Yes.
Mimi is jealous because she loves Indian food. Uh, Queen of three royal kiddos. Oh, wow. I like it. Double
Welcome,
cheeseburgers and steak fries. Nice. Oh, Lauren had chicken vindaloo for dinner last night.
Lauren, my soul sister. Okay.
Right. Elizabeth, we made a steak with balsamic mushrooms and kale salad from Green Chef. Nice.
Awesome.
Let's see. Kev had air fried codfish, rice, and sweet potatoes. Or sweet tatera? I just assumed that was
I,
tater
I,
because I'm an Idahoan, but I don't
I
know what.
thought it was too. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I realized, oh, that's because of where I'm from. Okay.
Mhm.
Renee, homemade lasagna and garlic bread.
Oh, it
Nice.
was taters.
It
You
was
knew.
taters. Oh, I
Yep.
had it right.
He was trying to
Okay.
speak your Idaho talk. Yep.
Yeah, he was.
Hmm.
Oriana and BLT and potato chips. Red Girl pizza. Nobody wanted to cook. I hear that.
Hmm.
Darcy, seasoned chicken quarters. That sounds good. I mean, you made it yourself.
right?
Post your pan recipes. This one is a frozen one, but I actually do make them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Not frozen, but this one, yeah, we're having a busy day too. Renee, meatloaf, coleslaw, and millet.
Nice.
Let's see. Yesterday, Renee, yesterday was our 34th wedding anniversary, so I made the lasagna as a treat. Had so much we had it again tonight. That's the joy of making lasagna right there.
For sure. And happy
Yeah,
anniversary.
yeah. Jacqueline had borscht,
Wow.
and a couple of pieces of chicken in the oven, maybe steamed broccoli and a slice of bread. Rye bread. Ooh, yeah, that'd be good with the borscht.
Wow.
Let's see. Let's see.
Oh,
Cranky. I walked into a glass wall door / wall thing after a job interview. I did not get the job.
one time our dad and his best friend had they were way out in the country in the boonies somewhere. I think they were going golfing or fishing and must have been fishing. And they went into this bar that's just like, one of the local bars where just pretty much just the old local drunks hang out, one of those kinds of
Mhm.
bars. And these two were Mormons. They didn't drink, but that was the only place to get a drink. And so they were thirsty and they just went in there to get a drink. So they walk up to the bar and they both order Diet Cokes. And the old guys in there sitting at the bar gave him some shit about just, ordering a
Yeah.
Diet Coke at the bar. So they got their Diet Cokes and just wanted to get out of there. They felt very weird in there. So my dad was following Reed, and Reed was a huge man. He
Mhm.
was like probably 6'6", 6'8", and a giant of a
Yeah,
man.
he was humongous.
And so my dad was just right behind him, and Reed just opened the door and out he went. And my dad went right behind him and shut the door, and they were in the bathroom thinking they were leaving the bar.
Yeah. And then instead they walked into the bathroom together in a bar that you might get your butt kicked for that, unfortunately.
One of the old guys at the bar yelled, those two just went into the bathroom. So then they had to come out of the bathroom and leave. Oh,
Oh, dear.
to be a fly on the wall for that one.
Oh, that would have been the absolute best. Yes, Darcy, I do remember having one key to open and one key for ignition. Yeah, remember those
Yes.
days?
I had
Yeah.
those cars.
Yeah, we definitely did.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie had chicken cutlets. Uh, yeah, Patricia, that explains why my family still has a drawer of keys from almost every car we ever owned. Oh my gosh. Candy, any psychic intuition into the murder of Gary Grant Jr., little boy, the son of Atlantic City police officer. It happened in the 80s.
I'll make a note of it.
Yeah, we'll take a look
And
at
we'll see
it.
if we can. Yeah, that's old enough that I would definitely be comfy doing a cold case read on that.
Yeah,
Not
for
not
sure.
tonight because we don't do them on this show. But
But
if
yeah,
there's
we
enough
look
there,
into
I
it.
could turn it into an episode. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely.
Let's see. I'm going to make a note right now. Gary Grant Jr. Okay,
Yeah.
carry on.
Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty great. The men's room together. It was pretty great.
Mhm.
Hello, Chaley, Carly. Carly's having spaghetti tonight. And yeah, I think every 80s family and older has one of those keys drawers. Yeah, I know I used to. I don't anymore, but yeah.
Mhm.
Who knew that we would get to a point where you don't even have a key anymore? My car doesn't have a key, it just has a fob. And then I
I
can't remember to turn it off because there's
Me
no
too.
key in the ignition. I try to get out of it with it running all the time.
Mhm. Mars last summer left our car running in the driveway for like 3 hours
That's
because
funny.
it's hard to remember to turn it off now. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. You bet, Candy. Yeah, we love suggestions. So tonight, because we haven't done a readings show in quite a while, we are just going to be doing readings. So if you would like a reading or an energy healing, feel free to post that request in the chat.
Yeah.
And we will do some readings and energy work for you guys tonight. Yes, Renee, we did hear that Naomi Irion was found killed. Actually, we heard that last night during case updates.
Hmm.
So,
Well, and after digging in a little deeper, we discovered that she was actually found on Tuesday.
yeah,
When they announced she was found last night, that was a confirmation of her body being correctly identified.
yeah.
So the question is on everybody's mind is, did her family know?
Hmm.
Did they know
Guys,
that? I'm assuming that they did.
if you're asking for a reading, yeah, give us a topic or a life area to focus
Yes.
on.
Yeah, so that we
It
can
works better that way.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, they finally, I think, just announced it last night because they had identified her, but oh, that's tough.
Yep.
Oh, thank you, Candy. I really enjoy my hair color as well.
It's great. It is
Yeah,
terrible.
it is really sad, Renee. I'm really just heartbroken for her family.
Amazing people. Her family are they are incredible people. Wonderful people.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so those of you that just asked without a topic, I'm going to let you post again. Give us something that you want us to focus on, or if you want a general, say general, and that's
Yeah.
fine too. So that we can, focus ourselves a little bit here. And so Shaylee Atwood, or Shaylee, I'm not sure how I say it. Shaylee, sorry if I'm getting that wrong. Would like a love reading. So let's just
Ooh.
draw some cards here. I'm going to use
Okay.
the Psychic Tarot tonight. I'm going to draw 3 cards for Shaylee. Katie, it looks like Amy would like some energy work for her brother Eli. Again, he's doing better. We've worked on Eli several times here on the show.
Yeah.
So we want to work on him, and I'm just going to draw some cards for
Yeah.
Shaylee.
Oh my goodness. It sounds like you are herding elephants over there.
I'm shuffling cards. Sorry.
I know. That's how cards sound
It is.
on the mic. Yeah. Okay, let me take a look for Amy while you're at it.
Okay.
So Eli is so ungrounded. I feel like this whole health crisis that he's had here, this whole event has just really sent him out of body, which that happens sometimes when you are sick or in a lot of pain, when it's not comfy in your body, people will kind of slide up out of their crown. So, Amy, I'm going to ground him really well, see if we can help get him back into reality and back into his body. And then, and I'm sure this is already happening, but it's responsible of me to say it anyway. If his doctor doesn't know that he's struggling with some mental health issues, they absolutely need to, because meds could be affecting this. There could be something else going on. Like, it's not something that he has the luxury of being quiet about right now.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah, carry on. I'm going to get him grounded, taken care of.
Okay, so Shaylee, you asked for a love reading. So what I did is, this is a 3-card spread that is a situation, action, and outcome reading. So the first card, the situation card, is the truth. So there's some truth to be had in your current love situation. And so that's the theme of this reading. Your action first is the destiny card. Whenever the destiny card comes up, it is a reminder that you need to be focused on what you want in your life, that this should be the choices that you make around love have to be about what you want, not just what another person wants. So focusing on your purpose, on your life moving forward. And then I got a second card. I got a second card to go with that, which is the trapped in fear card. So there is something around love that you are afraid of that is really holding you back. And your job is to move on from that. So something is keeping you really from your destiny, but there's a fear here, Shaylee, that you need to focus on and release. That's the thing that's getting in the way. You need to be able to face that fear and move on from it, okay, to get to the truth of your current situation. So I want you to just think about for a moment what your fears are around relationships, and what you need to focus on and face and let go of, because there's something there that's limiting you. Okay.
One quick note on Eli. So I got him balanced and lightened up and taken care of. But Amy, the one thing with him is that my throat, his throat, and the way I feel it through my body, yikes! He is so pissed. He's just so angry and frustrated that this has happened and that his life has changed, and like he's just mad. So he needs more talking, and safe talking. If he's not in counseling, I really, really hope we can get him there. But also just, safe space talking to be able to just kind of talk about his fears and regrets and anger and just whatever it is that he needs to say about this situation. I mean, I know he's just everything's been thrown sideways in his life because of this. So, at any rate, that's where a lot of the issues were right balled up in his throat.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
You
So
bet.
Renee is asking for energy healing for her friend Pat.
Okay.
And while you do that, I'm going to do a general reading for Elizabeth.
Okay.
So I'm just pulling a few cards. Okay. Interesting when the same card comes up in more than one reading. The end of the last reading was the moving on card. The beginning of this one is. So this reading is about moving on from something. Elizabeth, your action is the sacrifice card. What this means is that in order to get what you want, you have to let something go. You have to give something up. You may sacrifice something in order to get something that you want. So that could mean a relationship. It could mean a job. It could be an old belief, but usually it's something more material. You're giving up something material in order to move forward on the thing that you want. So your job is to weigh your pros and cons. What are you willing to sacrifice to get your outcome? This is the foundation and achievements card, which is it's the home and family card. So to get the happy home and family that you want, you're going to have to make a sacrifice. It means you have to let something go in order for that to happen for you. Okay, Elizabeth? So thank you. You got anything you want to tell Renee?
Yeah, poor Pat. Feeling real low and worried and a little out of hope. So I just really, really lifted their vibe and cleared out some of that really, really heavy stuff in the chest and put up a whole bunch of light. But yeah, I'm sorry, Renee. I'm glad that you're an amazing friend and I'm sure you're providing a lot of comfort right now, but that feels really rough.
Dang it. Okay, so Katie, I'm going to do a general reading for Queen of Three. But Joy would like to know ways I can help my pup be successful at competition tomorrow.
Oh, Joy. I love this.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Joy.
Fun.
Animals think in a series of pictures. And we do too, but we think more in a series of consequences. And so animals typically think in a series of more concrete action, right?
Mhm.
So, with your puppet competition tomorrow, what you want to project to her is exactly what you want her to do versus what you don't want her to do. So, for example, if there's a certain behavior she's supposed to be exhibiting, that's what you want to be projecting back to her, holding an image or a picture or a belief of what she's supposed to be doing. And be careful with your own thoughts and your own projections that you're not showing her the opposite. Does that make sense? So you just really want to hold pictures in your own mind. That's what you're projecting to her of what you want her to do. It's amazing how much they pick up off of us. So be careful with your own consequential mind that wants to think about, please don't run over and play with that dog, or please don't jump off the podium or whatever. Instead, hold that space and those images in your mind of what she's supposed to be doing. And good luck. How exciting.
Yeah, that is very cool. Very cool. All right, Queen of Three. Your situation card is the Firm Foundation card. This card represents safety. So whenever it comes up, it's an important time to evaluate your sense of safety physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Are you feeling safe in every area of your life? Your action, you have two actually. One is the hope card, which just means to keep things positive, to expect good things, to keep your, you know, your thoughts positive, and when they're not, that's okay. But to shift toward focusing more on the positive and speaking about your life in the positive, getting, the things that you want in your life, that you have them now, they're coming your way, rather than, getting in the negative side of things. But one issue that you're having here is that you're experiencing some mental conflict. I feel like there is a decision that needs to be made. This decision is about what's best for you and your children. And that decision has to be made on that criteria alone, not anybody else, just you and your kids. What's very best for you moving forward. So, the outcome card, if you make this decision with you and your children as your priority, the outcome is the movement, choices, and decisions card. And this is the card that says you're going in the right direction. You're going in the right direction for wealth, relationships, spiritual growth, personal growth, all of those things. So, staying positive and resolving this mental conflict by choosing what's best for you and your kids is the way that you get this outcome. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, now let's see. Carly would like a love reading. I'll do that. Kate, JR, my friend died last year. Her name was Tiffany. Is she around me? Do you sense foul play in her death?
Okay. I'll take a look at that.
I'll pull cards for Carly.
Okay. All right, JR, I'm going to connect to you and to Tiffany through you. Okay, JR. Yes, she is around you. She wants you to know, she said, that you have thought of her often, that you've been, she said, kind and considerate towards her memory. And she really, really honors that. She said that it's easy to feel forgotten when you've passed on, but with wonderful people like this, yeah, your memory lives on. She also wanted to apologize. I asked her why, and she said that you would know. That there's just something that she felt like she wanted to tell you she was sorry for. I do not sense any foul play in her death. I do feel like there's some confusion there, but I don't feel like it was foul play. At least she's not showing me that at all. But she does show me hugging you and telling you that she loves you. Yeah, keep talking to her, babe. She's here. She's listening.
Definitely, definitely. All right, so this is for Carly, who would like a love life reading. And I want you to know I shuffled these cards a bunch, but we're getting a theme is coming through. The firm foundation card, situation, again, which is, evaluating your sense of safety, security, and stability, and also safety for physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual areas of your life. Is there any one in your love life right now that makes you feel unsafe in any way? Your job is to choose wisely, your action. So, just like the last reading, the choose wisely card is telling you to choose what's best for you, what's best for you in the long term, long game, what's going to be the best choice for you. That's how you know the right answer. The right answer is what's best for you. That can be hard because especially lots of us are empaths and we get mixed up around what other people need and want to. But when it comes to big choices in your life, you have to choose you. Outcome is the recognition and reward card, which is just telling you that you will get everything that you want. So being honest with yourself and choosing what's best for you right now, really key. Okay, let's see. Get here. Oh, other Renee, I would love some help with my chronic pain. Headaches have been bad, bad, bad.
Oh, I can help with that.
Okay. And I'm going to go to Patricia, who would like a general, just feeling lost. And you guys can listen to me shuffle for a minute. I'm trying to do it a little away from my microphone so it's not too loud. Okay, Patricia. You know, guys, anytime I do a live stream and I use cards, this happens where we repeat cards because we are all living in the same energy, right? We're not all living the same lives, but we're living in the same energy. We're experiencing a lot of the same global experiences. And because of that, often readings will have a theme because we're all kind of going through the same stuff and at the same time. So, Patricia, your situation is the Choose Wisely card, which we just had, and it's all about choosing what's best for you long term. So, looking at things big picture, really important. Your action is the solar plexus card, which is literally the trust yourself card. So, in choosing wisely, you need to trust you, what feels right to you, whether other people agree or it makes sense or anything, doesn't matter. If it feels right to you, it is right. The outcome is the movement, choices, and decisions card, which is just you are heading in the right direction as long as you're trusting yourself and making choices based on what feels the best for you. So spend a little time by yourself. Sometimes when you're feeling lost, it's because you need a little more alone time to really think about what you want and what direction you want your life to go. And, what, remember that it's okay for priorities to change, for interests to change. We never stop growing and changing and developing. And I think that's what holds us back sometimes is this, well, this used to be good for me. I liked it. And it doesn't necessarily mean it will be forever. And that's
Yeah.
okay. Trust you, Patricia.
Yeah. So, Renee, in feeling you, it feels like a lot of your headaches are really originating from jaw pain as well as inflammation in the back of your neck and the back of your head. Uh, there's just so much going on there. So that's where I worked. So I called in the ethereal energy of sterling silver and aquamarine. So I ran ribbons of sterling silver from the top of your head all the way down your spine to help cool that inflammation, and then also around, like all the way around your jawline. Your jaw was the first thing that got me actually when I felt into you. And then I used a chi ball of light from ethereal aquamarine because that's also really cooling, and that I can just leave there, to help continue to cool. But as you're working on yourself, see what you can do with the back of that neck and head and your jaw, because that's where I feel like so much of your pain's coming from right now. And I know it moves and changes depending on, the day, the weather, how you slept, yada yada. But that's what I'm feeling from you today. So I'm so sorry you're struggling. That sucks.
Yeah, dang it. I think the jaw, that's really important though, to be looking at that as the
Hmm.
culprit.
I occasionally, because I have RA, I think you guys know that. We talk about that a lot. We both do. But I
Hmm.
get really affected in my jaw, and I have to occasionally go on a soft foods diet for a week or two to help that inflammation come down for that very reason. Because of that, and because I go deaf, and that's not fun.
There's that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's less fun for everyone around her, trust me.
Oh,
Okay, so Katie, Jacqueline would really like a general energy healing around traveling to Alaska to commercial fish for halibut, having an issue with ear,
nice.
nose, and throat, doctor's appointments coming up. So worried about the travel with the ear, nose, and throat thing.
Got you.
And
Okay.
I'm going to do a general reading for Lauren while you're working on that.
Okay. I'll take a look.
All right. And I'm going to shuffle my cards again. We'll see if we just keep getting the same cards.
Now, there are 72 cards in that deck. So
There are, and I'm using them all. So when it repeats, it's supposed to. All right,
Yeah.
Lauren just wanted a general. So let's see what Lauren needs to know right now. Common themes. I love them. All right, Lauren, your situation is the intuition card. So this reading is all about trusting yourself and your intuition, trusting your gut, trusting what you feel is right. What does your body tell you? Okay. Your action is the trapped in fear card. This means that you've got a fear that is holding you back from trusting your intuition. So it's time to face it. You know, we all kind of have fears that sit over in the corner until we're ready to face them. And that's where that you're really being guided here to face the fear of trusting yourself so that you can use your intuition on a more useful basis. So the way that you do that is that start documenting your intuition for a little while. Write it down. You get a hit, you know, a hunch, you feel a feeling in your gut, you have a dream, whatever it is. Write it down. Doesn't matter if you followed it or not at first, because this is for self validation. You're going to look back on it and go, oh man, I knew that. I should have listened to myself. You need to learn how to validate yourself, Lauren, so that you are trusting yourself. And the outcome is the recognition reward card, which means that trusting your intuition is going to take you in the direction of what you want. So, some really good practice with validating your own intuition is going to help you a lot with that.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So Jacqueline, here's what I'm seeing on that. I do feel like there's going to be some tests ordered and a course of treatment ordered. So you are going to have some work to do here. However, I also feel like it will be possible to work those things around your trip. I think the trip's going to happen. I really do. I think you need this. You really need this. And that you need to be really clear with the doctor when you go what your plans are so that they understand what timeline you're working with, and just do it. Be a little bit assertive about it. I feel like there is a way to work both. But yes, I do feel like the doctor is going to have some things to say. Yeah.
Okay. Tracy would like a healing for feeling lost.
Yes. Okay.
And just a reminder, you guys, the super chat is on if you're in the True
Oh, yeah.
Crime Paranormal YouTube, which I know we're on several different channels right now. But if you're in the True Crime Paranormal YouTube and you want to drop a little tip in there for what we're offering tonight, that's always much appreciated. Not expected, but appreciated. So, okay, Kate, if you want to do that energy healing for
Yes.
Tracy, I'm going to pull for Darcy.
Oh,
All right, Darcy. Darcy wants to know what is your path? What is her path in life? And nice. Okay. All right, Darcy. So your situation card is the hope card. So it's just a reminder to stay positive and don't get hard on yourself. This question about what is my path in life, we get really hard on ourselves about this. Like somehow we're missing some big message. Now I'm going to give you a reading here, and then I'm going to tell you exactly how to know what your path in life is. Okay, but keep your energy positive, your thoughts positive around your path in life. Action is the temptation card. What this means, Darcy, is don't be tempted to give up too quickly. When the temptation card comes up, it just means, you might try something, it doesn't fit for you instantly, and so you let it go and move on to something else. And so there might be a little trouble with some impulsivity there. So you want to give things time to work out for you and expect that even if you are, like on your path, things don't always go perfectly. We all struggle with challenges no matter what. So a little more stick to itiveness and really working on overcoming that desire to knee jerk jump out of something and into something else. If you do that, your outcome is material and spiritual prosperity. So you're going to get what you want when you kind of work on that impulsivity a bit. But here's the other thing: you want to know what your path is in life. What are you passionate about? What do you love? That's it. That's it. And it might be your job and it might not be your job. It might be a hobby. It doesn't matter. It might just be in general, like, I love people. I love to help people. I love to help people feel happy. Great. You can do like 10,000 different jobs at helping people feel happy, right? It doesn't matter what you do as long as you're just living from that standpoint. So ease off on it just a little and recognize that it is just whatever is makes you happy, whatever you're passionate about is your path. There's no big secret around that.
Yep. Awesome.
Okay.
All right, Miss Tracy. So here's the thing. Two things that jumped out at me right away. Well, three. Your whole energy body was moving pretty slow. And so when we look at you, we look at your chakras and we want to see them, moving at a pretty steady clip and about the same. Yours weren't, and we're kind of just lethargic. And that I think was probably a symptom of the fact that your aura was so heavy. I just feel like, Tracy, there are so many suffering people around you, and you've absorbed a lot of it and you're just worn out. The other thing I saw was that up here in your high heart, this is where you take on a lot of cords from other people, like thought form attachments and just like emotional attachments that other people will form to you. A lot of times when people like your vibe, or they rely on you or they need you, they'll attach to you there. It's all very subconscious, but they'll attach to you there. And when you get a lot of cords like that, it's just exhausting. You just feel like your energy is not your own anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
these are the things that I did for you. I pulled all of those cords. I just healed them with love, returned them to the sender to set you free so that you can get your own vibe back. I did a good healing through here, just healed that all up with gold to just, seal up your energy body and return it to you. And then I cleared your aura because, again, the aura is so heavy. So I cleared your aura. That lightened you up actually a lot, lightened and brightened you up a lot. And then I just quickly moved through your whole chakra system and just sped everything up. Just slow. And this is not how you like to feel. So overall, that should make a big difference in how you feel. I would hope that you sleep great tonight, that tomorrow you just feel a little bit more, or even a lot more motivated and hopeful, and just have a lot more to, get excited about. It's there. You're just not feeling it because, you're carrying everybody else's problems on your back. It's not uncommon, but, empaths tend to really feel the need to take everybody else's shit. And you had a bunch. So, anyway, cleared up. That should feel a lot better.
Good, good, good. Okay, so Stephanie is having some health issues. Had a CT
Mm,
scan of right jaw because of pain. It's more arthritis, but there was also an issue with a lymph node. So, Katie, would
mhm,
you take a look at Stephanie?
mhm.
And I am going to read for, hang on, sorry. Let's see. Oriana. Oriana's looking for a new job. Let's see what we need to know about Oriana's new job.
So,
Okay.
oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I've just
Are you ready, or I can wait? Either way.
go for it. Go for it.
So, Stephanie, in feeling into that job, I'm going to do a healing too, but I wanted to tell you this first, and then I'll finish up while Christy reads for Oriana. I think that what they're going to discover is that a lot of the pain that you're having on that right side is nerve pain. I think that, I mean, obviously the arthritis has increased, but I think there's some nerve pain going on there that's probably from that lymph node issue that is getting to you. Now, I want you to know that plenty of people have a weird lymph node that is not cancerous. So don't worry too much about it right now. And Christy's wife had a weird lymph node that had to come out.
You did,
And it
yeah.
wasn't cancerous, but it was around that jaw area. It's in her neck, but and it scared the crap out of all of us, but it was fine. That happens. So don't get ahead of yourself right now, because this does not mean that there's something horrible happening. But like I said, I feel like there's like some nerve pain going on here, and that actually getting the lymph nodes sorted is going to help you to get on top of the pain, because they'll be able to treat it more effectively now when they know what they're looking at. So I'm just going to do a healing here and see if I can help cut down on the pain that you're in. But that's what I wanted you to know about that. So take a deep breath. Everything's okay. Get the treatment, or get the test, do the stuff. I know you will, but let's not jump to the worst conclusion right now. It does not have to be, right?
Right. Right. Absolutely. Okay. Oriana is looking for a new job. So the situation card is the authority card. Oriana, this is just a reminder that the only true authority on your life is you. And so make sure in this job situation that you are not giving up your personal power. And if you are in a situation with a job where you feel like it's not the right place for you. Sometimes it's just important to feel into those things when you apply, when you meet somebody, you have an interview. If you don't like, I feel like somebody that's really controlling and bossy, not going to work for you as a boss. So be aware of that. Your action is the intuition card. So this is where it's super important that you trust your gut when it comes to jobs. Don't take something that doesn't feel right, whether it's the authority issue or anything else. If your body doesn't feel okay with this, don't do it. Okay. So trusting your intuition in the moment, even if it seems like on paper it's a good thing, if your gut says no, the answer is no. As long as you follow that, the final card is the triumph card, the outcome card. So things are going to come together successfully for you. But right now, it's super important that you just trust that gut instinct and don't get involved in something that doesn't feel good to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now, let's see. I saw, Christine with criminality, I think, wanted to change
Oh, yeah.
hers to a mediumship
Okay.
reading. And do you see that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so go ahead and take that.
Okay.
And I'm going to, sorry, it takes a minute to find everybody here. Where I had somebody. Oh, Jeannie. This is for Jeannie. I would love a reading. Please, do you see potential with someone I met recently? Yes. No, that's fine. That's not too specific.
Okay.
So I'm just going to draw some cards here real quick for Jeannie. Let's see what we see about this potential person for Jeannie. You still working?
No, I can go ahead.
Go ahead.
So I have them both coming in. Your mom's really deferring to Anthony, though. It's, she wanted you to be able to connect with him. But I will tell you that she is really near you, and, did say that she knows how lonely you've been, and she said she really misses her conversations with you too, though she said that she feels like you guys still get a chance to talk. It's just not the same anymore. But she really doesn't want to take up this time. She's so cute. Okay. So Anthony's coming forward. He said first he wanted to tell you how brave you are. He said you have had to do so many things by yourself, scary things and hard things by yourself, and he wants you to know how impressed he is and amazed he is by how brave you have been, and how you've had to kind of face your own fears and do things that he didn't think you would ever do by yourself, or that maybe you didn't think you'd ever do by yourself, but you have. So he just wants you to know that he thinks you're a badass, and you're, doing awesome, and he's really proud of you. He said that he doesn't ever really go very far away. He's always keeping an eye on things, he said. I feel like partly that's like your house, and just, like keeping watch. I see a lot of that with him, and pacing around the house. I see lots of like pacing and wandering around for him, but he's really keeping an eye. So he wants you to know that too. Um, Yeah, dreams. They both wanted to talk about dreams that they have both been coming through in dreams here and there, and they are both trying to do more of that. So I just asked them to please, make themselves known more in dreams because that's a way that you can see that without, feeling so alone.
Hmm.
And as far as more companionship, I asked Anthony to help with that, to help bring more people into your life, good people. He wants you to have more people in your world. He wants you to have more people around, uh, whether that's dating, he's okay with that, or whether that's, just more girlfriends around, whatever. He said he's fine with whatever. He wants you to be happy. And so, yes, he will help to. Sometimes past husbands are amazing at bringing the right people in. Dads are too.
Hmm.
Um, but at
Yes,
any
they are.
rate, he's going to help to help guide you towards more awesome people in your life. He said you really need people that are good at making you laugh and helping you get, more on the lighter side of life. So that's what he's going to focus on. I think he was really good at that too. Yeah.
Nice. I
So
love that.
you are so loved, babe. So, so loved.
So we don't have very much time left. Do you want to scan and see if there are any other requests for healings? I'm going to do Jeannie's reading.
Yeah.
Jeannie, I hope that you are good with patience because there's a lot of patience in this reading. Okay. So you wanted to know about potential with someone that you met recently. So the situation card is the patience card. I want you to note that there is a flower growing from a seed in her hand on this card. So it is just an indication that there is potential here, but it's going to take some time. And having patience with yourself and this other person is really important. Also, your action is the transformation card, which means don't stop growing, don't wait too much for this other person. Like, it doesn't mean don't stop the progression of your own life to wait for someone. You can have patience with them as far as a relationship is concerned. You can still move forward in lots of ways in your life. Um, I drew your first outcome card is the patience and planning card. That's why I said there's a lot of patience in here. I wanted to know final outcome. If you can have patience with this situation, what is going to come of it? And what we get is the prosperity begins card. And you can see there are two hands here. They're growing a seed. So that can mean a relationship, money, a child, a family, all of those kinds of things. So having patience with this situation and allowing yourself to continue to grow is going to bring you just exactly what you want, which is a relationship that is good for you. But I do think this person is the right person. There's nothing here that says they're the wrong person. I think it's
Mhm.
timing is a little bit of a problem and
Mhm.
giving it just the time necessary. I think you're going to find that things are going to be really
Mhm.
good.
Love that.
Yeah.
Uh, Paula had said that she's in so much pain and could use some help with the healing. So I wanted to jump in on that one. Uh, yeah. Energy works pretty amazing for chronic pain. I get you. And I'm sorry that you're having a hard time. So I'm going to just move through you. Yeah, and clear away. See, you too are pretty heavy with other people's stuff, but you have so much inflammation in your body. So much. So I'm going to do two things for you, Paula. I'm going to clear everybody else's debris off of you. So I'm going to clear your aura. I'm also going to pull your cords out of your high heart like I did once before tonight. And then I'm going to run some ribbons of sterling silver. So it's a theory of pulling the ethereal properties from uh, metals and using them in the body and the spirit, and it's pretty phenomenal. We've had some absolutely amazing results with that, and silver happens to be the one that helps to cool inflammation. I feel like that's one thing I can definitely do for you. So I'm just pulling those cords out of your high heart first, and I can go ahead, Christy, and carry on and give you space if you're ready.
Yeah, I am ready. So this is for
Okay.
Erin. Erin would like a love reading. How can I welcome romance into my life? So the situation card first is the truth card, and it means that there's something to face up to here, Erin. There's some truth here that you need to face. And it is your action, which is the memories of love card. There is something from your past or someone or a relationship that is holding you back from moving forward. And that has to be addressed first. So, acknowledging that maybe you're kind of holding relationships at bay because of fear based on something that's happened in the past has to be addressed first. So, how to welcome romance into your life, to acknowledge that and get some help around it, whether it's some energy work or it's some counseling or whatever it is. This can be resolved for you. The outcome is the fertility card, which of course means growth. It means, can mean a baby, a relationship that's growing, anything like that. But it is that memories of love card. So what is it from your past that holds you back? That's what's holding romance at bay for you right now. Okay. Thank you for that question.
Okay, so I'm just finishing up running silver here through her. I'm just going to run that 3 times. So there was one. And then let's follow up on this in a week or two and see if we made a dent. And if so, we can continue on that course of action. And I'm so sorry that you're suffering. I can see that this is really, really wearing you down.
Mm.
I'm also going to just recommend, you shouldn't be in this much pain. I would get a second opinion.
Yeah. No kidding. Well, guys, thank you very much. Thanks everybody for the super chats. We are out of time.
Very fast. Bianca, yes. There is
Okay.
deceit here.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
all right. If you would like a more in-depth, more personal reading, you can get those with Katie and I. Katie works at 12listen.com. That's number 2listen.com. And you can find me by just going to our website, which is truecrimeparanormalpodcast.com. Partway down the page, you'll see a place where you can click to get on my schedule. So if this resonated with you tonight, sorry we didn't get to everybody. It's hard to in an hour. We just can't always. But Katie and I are both available every day. So we would love to go deeper. And, of course, we can get a lot more specific and in a lot more depth when we're actually speaking to each other rather than just over a live stream like this.
For sure. And we'll be back next week, same place, same time, for the Psychic Hour. But it is the first show of the month, so it will be marching orders, which means that we will read by sign for the whole group. And that is so much fun. Oh, good. Paula's been thinking about a second opinion. So I don't think that you should have to suffer this much. I think you have a doctor that is not giving you as much help as you need.
Yeah.
So 2 things on that. Obviously, be really clear about how much pain you're in. Don't get over there and be modest about it, because that's not helping you. But secondly, if someone's really not going to help you get out of pain, you got to see what somebody else thinks.
Yeah. Definitely. Most definitely. Advocate for yourself.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys, thank you so much for being here. You know it. We are True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. Have a good night.
Take care.